Yeah, man.
Crazy,
Crazy.
crazy day.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy day.
One of those days. But that's just the way it is. What is that?
Like that?
You can't really see it. I know it's the Jamaica thing.
Jamaican joint, man. I like it, man. I bought like two of them.
Yeah.
It's not jewelry. It's not jewelry. It's a remembrance kind of thing.
I got you.
Right.
I got you. Well, we here.
It's a remembrance kind of thing.
We
What's
here.
up, Shay Shay?
Hey, Shay, Shay,
You,
what's the
you you know what? You know I got banned from Facebook. I'm under heavy manners.
What did they
really?
do? They put you in
What did you
Facebook
put up?
jail?
Yeah. So I put up Ralph on The Simpsons. He was dressed up like Kyle Rittenhouse with a medic, and he says I'm a medic, and he had the gun. I posted that, and then I can't go on live for 30 days, and I can't advertise for 30 days. So,
Oh,
so
wow.
that means everybody not see, I do that part for us. So everybody, you got to go now and like everything and share because I can't share. I can't go live. I can't even go live
And
to
that's
see you.
because you said something about the Rittenhouse thing.
I didn't say that. I just posted the cartoon character that says I'm a medic, and he had his thing with an AR-15.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Talking about freedom.
But you could do it on Twitter.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I'm a medic.
I'm a medic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Owen said, Gary, shame, shame, shame. But that's a new thing about them being careful about what goes out there to start up something. So they might be looking at the kind of algorithms that you have and the amount of friends that you have that you could start up something, a small riot. So you need to
And listen, there's not going to be a small riot because he didn't kill anybody black.
I understand that, but it was still
I'm just saying he didn't kill nobody black.
I got it. I got what you guys.
I mean, it was for a cause,
right,
but he didn't kill anybody black.
right.
I'm just throwing that out there. Daddy called me this morning on it, man. He was just like, I mean, this afternoon, he was just like, they didn't find him guilty. I mean, they didn't find him guilty of what? I mean, there was
all counts though. All counts. All counts.
All counts what, P? All count that he was not guilty on all counts, right?
All counts. There's nothing. He's walking out like ain't nothing
Free.
ever happened. Free man, like nothing. No probation, no nothing. And they purposely threw out the gun charges from like how many weeks ago. This dude was able to put his hand in. A clerk should do that. Put his hand in and start picking out his those who were the jury
who should not be seated on the jury.
Who should not be. Now he doesn't see it, but still, why should
no, he sees in the tumbler. It's like a bingo tumbler.
Oh well,
you know what? Let's start the
yo, put the music on, man. Put the music on.
Let's start the show, man. Let's go.
I see my girl Kim Street. Big shout out to Ash Stevens.
Ash Stevens is on.
Where you see Ash?
Where you see Ash Stevens?
He's under Kim. Y'all got me this on. Now I see everybody. He's right under Kim.
Yo, let me tell you something. Ash Stevens, we should have him on by himself on all the memes that he puts up.
Yeah, he's a memer too.
Yeah, man, we need to get all our meme people there because Andre is a good one and Debbie is a good one.
Yo, Ash Stevens is ungodly and godly.
Yeah, those are the type of people that go straight to the kingdom. You get there and be like, how you get here? Anyway, just saying what's up to Jeremiah and Shay. That's up with us.
You know who's in there? Hannah Lane. I saw Hannah Lane Sunday morning.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I saw her. She had much love for us. Big shout out to Hannah Lane. And she broke down some about her brother. I'm gonna look at it. Found out that he was tearing up the Japanese league.
No,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
when he left.
No, when he didn't cut it with the Pirates, he went out to Japan.
Gotcha.
And he was tearing it up out there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, I'm a big baseball fan. I wanted to thank her for giving me some of that information.
Yeah, sounds good. See
Carolyn Kennedy.
Got Carolyn Kennedy out there. She said, "Hello, it's Friday." You better believe it.
You better believe it's Friday.
Hey,
We're gonna ask everybody out there, if you have a moment, man, just share with others. You know, they have this funny thing with community standards that when we share and keep sharing, they see it as spam. So you guys got to do the sharing when we're doing the sharing. Go ahead, everybody, take the time out and share.
And like our page.
Right.
I like our page. It's very important. Or subscribe.
Hey, I understood. I was checking through for Harold Chandler. I saw that something with his eyes. He did another eye thing.
Did he?
Harold, let us know what's going on with your eyes, man. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. I wish she didn't come on. You know why, right?
Why, Pat? Why?
I forgot to take off my orange, man, this morning for the show.
Oh man.
I forgot to take the orange off for the show, man.
I'm a big Deidre Arthur fan. I'm a big Deidre Arthur fan.
Yeah.
You saw her picture in her
go ahead.
naval, in her naval uniform.
Go ahead. Why, G? Go ahead. Talk to me.
You liked it. Your brother liked it.
The picture that she had. If you look at the picture, why did she
was in beige?
She was doing it for Veterans Day.
Right,
I'm gonna try to find the picture right now. Let me tell you why I want to find the picture.
Well, why don't you do better? Why don't you, since you're the king of all Grams, I'm sure you have it someplace in your in you know, like the other day you pulled up Kim's picture. I'm sure you got Deidre's picture there someplace.
All right, the picture that I picked. This is for Veterans Day.
All right,
the one when she was in the tan.
Yeah, but I feel real bad about it because I messaged her. I didn't do it on the outside. I was like, "Yo, what you doing on that pole?"
What? Show the picture, Pat. Show the picture.
I'm gonna see if I can do it. Hold on a second.
Have her send it in.
Let me see if I can do it. There we go, right there.
Oh.
Hold on, Pat. Keep it there, Pat. Keep it there. Keep it there.
There we go, Gary.
That's my picture.
So I wrote.
Yo, hold on, Gary and Pat. You know who she looked like right there? What's love got to do with it? What's her name? What's her girl's name?
Oh, the one with the nice arms.
Yes.
Who played Tina Turner? You know, we're not that good with
names like that, right?
Yeah.
Come on, everybody, help us. Who does she look like? And she's now stars as a police in a series.
Angela Bassett.
Put up that picture again, Pat, one more time. Let
me put it back up. Let me put it back up real quick. Let me see. Here we go. Put it.
All right. Let me see. There we go. It look like Angela Bassett.
Yeah. Paul, you're right.
You got it. We got it. All right.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Deidre. We got you.
Yeah, I was checking that on Facebook, and I wrote her in the background. I was like, "Yo, why you got to hold on to that like it's a pole?" So she shot back at me real quick, like, "Yeah, that's your mindset." Then she got another one from somebody. Hold up. Then she got another one from somebody with the same thing. So whoever wrote her and me is saying that we both.
But you know, we always get in trouble for things like that.
It's true. I don't put it. Come on. That's one of my good friends. I ain't put it online because somebody gonna be like, the pastor talking about this lady on a pole. This is that and the other. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's big shout out to D, man, and all of the veterans.
So can we ask Harold, how you doing with your eyes, man? Because you're on a prayer list, brother.
Yeah. Okay. So he said vision getting a little worse. Getting a new lens next week though. Still room for miracles. Of course, there's still room for miracles. What are you talking about?
Right.
Of course. All
right, bro. We're gonna be praying for you. Yo, and I found out I was driving with Keith Beckett, and he told me that Harold came from First Church. That was Harold's church where he grew up at.
First Church in DC, you mean?
First Church in DC.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Listen. Ash running up. She make the uniform look sweet.
Yo, he's just the guy that keeps everybody on their toes. That's his thing.
God,
that's the guy that keeps everybody on their toes.
We didn't talk about this earlier, but I need you guys to know that there was a situation up in Upper Marlboro where a kid got killed, got shot. I don't know if you guys got the word on it, Paul.
No.
And they asked me to do the eulogy for it, and it might land on Graham Snacks time. So it looked like we may have to get Phil or a jump in. I don't know how we've never done that before. But
so this is for next Friday.
Yeah, it might be. They're moving the dates around a little bit, but I was trying to figure out
because that's the day after Thanksgiving.
Right. But I was also thinking about if one of us should be out,
who comes in?
would bring in?
Yeah, we
And
don't. We
I'm
haven't
sorry,
chosen.
Gary. One guy, two people I can think of right now
Phil.
who could take my spot. I would say I'm talking about who would take my spot.
Okay, go
All right?
ahead.
I think Phil could take Gary's spot.
Well, Phil is the original person
Right.
that really put Graham Snacks together.
That's true.
But one of you, I think it was Pat, was a no-show, or he wanted to put us all in there. But Phil is a definite.
Phil doesn't fit in.
Phil,
And Dwayne Leslie.
Dwayne.
Yeah,
Dwayne.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Kim said
I will go with Brian Watts.
Brian Watts.
Yeah,
Brian Watts.
yeah, Watts knows it. Oh, Kim, there's no substitutes allowed.
You know why she's saying that?
Here's a name, Pat. Somebody said Lloyd Graham.
Nah,
we'll be
Daddy needs his own show.
We'll be censored, man. Right?
We'll be censored.
Right censored. Everybody take
really one more, man. Jimmy Gibson. Jimmy Gibson.
Yeah, Jimmy Gibson. I can see that.
Facts.
I see that.
Facts. Jimmy Gibson.
I see that.
And the way it's going, if we take a breath after the 100 show, we got 40 more. That's a whole year, right? Left.
Yeah.
But I proposed to everybody that we don't need to have, didn't we propose, we were talking about that some of us will take a week off. Like if Pat is off next week, that would be the first time anybody was taking off. And then me and Paul could do it. And then there'll be a week where I could take a week off. And
I ain't trying to take off, man.
Man, forget about that, man. There's no week off. It's just like if something happened.
What did Kimberly say? There are no substitutes allowed.
Yeah. That's a good coverage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oliver Marcel's a good coverage.
Yeah,
that's good. As long as he ain't on here talking about marriage and have people jump off, then that's
No, people jump on.
People jump on.
You don't get what I'm talking about. Cats be running out of here like, oh man, he talking about me. So we out. Quinn said no breaks.
Somebody emailed me.
Said no breaks.
Somebody emailed me and said that they wanted to buy the book.
You mean Ali's book?
Ali's book, but wanted to know what would it be good for her young son. I said, yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
That's what I'm saying. I said, yeah. So somebody emailed me about that.
Real quick, Ali, while you're on right now, why don't you go ahead and put that the book in the chat real quick? Just put the book in the chat.
Quinn says no.
Look in the chat.
No breaks. Quinn's gonna be on my show tomorrow, early in the morning. And Quinn was one of the 100.
Go ahead,
G.
Quinn was one of the 100 black pastors or clergy who went down to Brunswick.
Yep.
To support, Ahmaud Arbery's parents, family.
Right. This dude talking about no more. They don't want no preachers in the courtroom. What kind of foolishness is that, man? Come on, man.
Yo, them brothers showed up though.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who else was there? Wesley Knight.
Knight.
Donovan Washington, right, Pat?
Washington was there too. Jesse Wilson was there.
Big shout out to Sherwin Stone. Big shout. That's my dude right there.
Yeah.
Yo, Pat. See this right here? My mouth is itching. My mouth is itching me, man.
What is it?
Rice and chicken and vegetables from the
Chinese place.
Not ours.
That means they cook that joint with shrimp and all that on the same pot.
Yeah.
Gary said 100. Quinn said we were 500 strong.
500 black Adventists or 500 black clergy?
Not Adventist, clergy.
It would have been nice if all of the clergy would have went down there from black Adventism.
It's true.
I'm gonna tell you this on the low. I tried to see who was going down there, but I'm gonna ask Quinn about it tomorrow. And and we owe Quinn a spot on the show too. So after we have a lot of spots, so Quinn will come back. I like calling him Quine because
we call him Quine.
Can the Grahams
Quine? Change his name.
We can call him whatever we want to call him. Call him Quine because when the E's at the end, it elongates the I.
Look, Remember when we were little, that song used to come, dun, 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 dun. You could call a man into a main. You could call
You
a
call a
man into a lane.
you
That,
call
that,
a
that, 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 the silent E. So Quinn got the silent E. You
Right.
could call a Quinn into a
Quine.
Yeah,
That's the joint right there.
Yeah. That's his
right.
name. His name is Quine, man. We
He's
just gonna go ahead
Quine.
and leave it that way.
Quine.
Just gonna leave it that way.
It
All right,
sounds
guys,
kind
real
of
quick.
Cajun. It sounds kind of Cajun. Quine.
It probably is. It probably is, by the way. All right, guys, listen. Snacks. What snacks you got? Come on. What kind of snacks you got?
So today I found this on my table. Some old Hostess cupcakes.
Yeah.
And then of course I
You know
essential
what he
water.
said, Gary? He found it on his table. Anytime you go to Gary's house, as soon as you open that front door when you go up the stairs,
Yeah, there's always goodies up there sitting there.
there's always goodies.
No, but it has stopped. It's been cut down
Why?
because I've cut down on all my sugars and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah. So that was left. Somebody left that for me. It must be my niece or nephew left that for me. They always look out for me.
Okay. All right. You know what Harold was talking about, right? You just said that Harold was from First Church. When Q's wife, man, I caught a
Cheryl
was going to First Church. And she was at First Church here in DC. I think she was going to Howard University. Something like that.
Yeah, I remember she left. You know who brought her into the church, right? It was Maya's mother.
Maya's mother. That's right.
Face on?
Yeah. Maya's mother brought her to church, and that's how she came to Bethel. And I can't figure out. There was a girl, I think her name was Jardina. There was a girl that came to church with her that I liked.
No.
Yes, P. Yes. No, I'm mistaken? Because you got a better memory than I do anyway. Come on, Gary. Gary, you already did your snacks, right?
Yeah, I did that. I'm done.
Okay. Pizzo, what you got?
Well, somebody just posted this and said, "Did you finish your snacks from the train ride last week?" The answer is no. You bought too much, bro.
Oh, nice. Mike Dortch.
Mike Dortch stopped by and bought me some snacks last week because the Sabbath was drawing on.
The Sabbath was drawing on.
Because you know, Gary, Patrick likes to live on the outskirts of the Sabbath. When I go back, Patrick lives on the outskirts of the Sabbath. Pat is the one that walks out of the giant.
You mean you're talking about guarding the edges of the Sabbath?
Guarding the edges of the Sabbath.
Why don't you be a true Adventist and know exactly how our
I don't want nobody to know which conference I'm in. That's all. All right. So this is my Power Up High Energy.
Nice.
Got the pineapple, the banana chips, the coconut, the cranberries, the walnuts, the cashews, and the papayas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Gary, you got your water over there?
Yeah, man.
I hope none of us have drinks. I want everybody to have water.
No, I've been challenged
to
drink 50 ounces a day, and next week I'm gonna be doubling that. So
this is 32.
Okay.
And if you look carefully, you notice it still got all the what y'all remember? It still got all the grease on it from when I was leaving with the chicken yesterday.
That's messed up. You got a picture of that, Pat?
I don't. It's on my face. Gary, I was so hurt. I was so hurt. I couldn't believe it, man. All the chicken, the rice, everything just hit the ground.
I told you I would have eaten it off the floor and told nobody.
Me too.
Oil, grease, and everything on the floor. Just
Gary, you know that Bible story when Jesus tells the man, "Now that you're healed, go and say nothing to no one." I would have put that car on the side, and
I would have just scooped that joint up.
And every now and
in there.
That's right, G. G. Every now and then, I even have to do like that.
Yo, man, let me tell you, I was so hurt.
Grease from the Chinese restaurant and motor oil together makes a happy gram.
No, listen, what I could not figure out the word MSG. The first bite that I took off of that joint, MSG oil, and everything in it.
Greatest thing you ever tasted.
Come on, G. I had a food orgasm. It was just that good.
You could have chased that with rocket fuel and been good.
I'm telling you, listen. I'm telling you, I got the picture right here. It was just the saddest thing in the world, right there. Paul, get me up there. It was just the saddest thing. Look at that joint.
It just looks nasty. Look at
it. Look at the pieces. And you know, I only drive that car to work. So it was like I had my water right here. I don't know if y'all could see it, but I had my water right here. And
wait, that's the Sequoia you drove?
Sequoia.
I drove the Sequoia, right? You see the Dutch
Yo, the
sauce.
Sequoia's already nasty. Because it's been
that's and y'all know that. That's one of the reasons why
Sequoias are nasty, right?
That's one of the reasons why I could not eat that off the ground, man. I couldn't eat that.
Yo, if it was like one of the other wait a second.
yeah, Ali. Honestly, man, listen, this is the thing. I left about 8 o'clock in the morning to go to Pine Forge. We were doing a shoot at Pine Forge. All it was like an hour shoot. So I didn't eat. I just said, okay, when I get there, it's cool. I'm on my way back. I'll eat on my way back. Stopped at a spot. I never went there before. And I even said, hey, I called my sister and I was like, yo, listen, y'all ever ate here before? She's like, nah, man, maybe Overly did before. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. The problem is that Chinese food, they be getting your stuff ready. I waited almost 25 minutes to get that joint ready. You hear me? Ooh. Get back in the car. I grab this, Paul, I wanted you to know this because I know you do this. I didn't use their tissue. I had a t-shirt.
Like a t-shirt that
nice,
right?
Nice,
and put your fingers on it.
Nice.
I had a t-shirt. You understand what I'm saying with a t-shirt?
Yeah.
It's not like all these napkins and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the t-shirt, put the t-shirt on my lap. I still
so
have
you could be dirty. So you could be dirty.
Yeah, I grabbed one of them, put hot sauce over it.
It's a talent to eat and drive.
Yeah.
Don L told me about that. Talk about people smoke and sleep and drive and all that. If you can eat and drive while driving stick, God be good to you.
Oh, especially while driving stick. I don't even know how you do it. But here's the thing I want y'all to know. The chicken, I'm not going to put it in the picture again. It had that brown joint on it. It was brown. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, this is absolutely. And I know it was so good it couldn't be right.
They
saw you walk in the chicken. They saw you walk in and was like, they said it, and it was like, yo, let's cook this up for this kid right here. Because they want you to come back.
It was right. It was right, man. I mean,
they're probably from Brooklyn.
I don't know where they from, but I know a lot of Pottstown people, Pennsylvania, come from Manhattan area, New York area. A lot of Chinese come from that area and come up.
So
I say that
I don't want to go behind it. So this thing I'm seeing in the corner with the thumbs up and the heart and the smiling and the mad face, right?
Right.
That means 10 people has clicked on it at least once.
Okay, so everybody, what Gary's talking about, we just made him an administrator on out of all these.
Took 60 episodes.
It took 60 episodes for you to get
him on it, right? So now we getting him on it. Gary has really never looked at the comment section and the other side of it that says how many people are looking. So what you see up there, G, are people who reacted.
Right.
They reacted. Okay. And on the other side of it is how many people are simultaneously watching.
So watching on Facebook, not only for
Facebook. Let me show
Facebook.
you real quick. So now that you're watching it for the first time, you see how many people are on there right now. Now, I'm gonna ask everybody right now to share and watch it jump up. Okay, everybody, if you're there right now, all we want you to do is to share it on your page. You can erase it later on. You can share it on your page right now so that everybody can see. Watch the numbers jump, Gary. Watch it.
Right, Gary. You got to look at the right side. You got to look at the left side, right. And you'll see that just because there's a low number on Facebook, there's another platform that people are watching from. So you can see the difference. It's not going to tell you which platform. It's going to tell you how many people are watching.
Okay, so I see it's going up a little bit now.
Yeah,
just
drop. Once people share, that is simultaneously. That's what they're looking at right now. So now, I'm sorry, everybody. Gary is now learning how to run the administrative part of StreamYard, and I wish I didn't teach him because I know what's going to happen after that. Gary's just going to be using it. So that's the way it is.
You can't teach Gary nothing because Gary gonna run with it.
Yeah. So I got my ruffles, everybody. Just letting you know, I got my ruffles.
Man, we're still on that.
Yeah, I had to go back because I forgot to let everybody know that I have my ruffles, and hey, that's just the way it is.
So, last week we did something a little different, and it turned out better than I thought.
What's that?
So we asked you, Pat, and the Snackers, because we with the birth of the Snackers, to put in their favorite hymn.
Right.
Okay. Wait, Gary. This is not time for a tutorial. Only do that on your own time.
It's true. Pay for your own advertisement. And so,
wait, G.
So
I think I know where you're going. Let's wait on that for a second.
Okay,
let's wait on that. I know where you're going. Let's wait on that for a second because I thought that was really good. Now, Gary, can you check the numbers now? Look up. You see it?
Look at the numbers now.
All right. So when you make the share, you see the numbers jump.
So again, Gary, like right now, like I'm going on, and I see 58 people. You see more than 58 people because that's just on one platform.
Right.
Okay. So when somebody click hearts or angry or laughing, that's
on the other side.
Okay.
That's on the other side. That's where you see all of that. Those where you call reactions on one side.
So Jay, I'll be having group sessions
on StreamYard. Listen up, everybody. So I want you to get with this, G, Gary, and Paul. What is this? Because I'm making a transition. What is this? Come on, man. Y'all should do better than that. That's Brooklyn Dodgers. Crooklyn.
No.
All right.
Can't play too long.
The reason why it's true. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because it reminds me of New York, right? And the hot stove going on in New York right now.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes.
Come on, man.
So don't believe who's coming to my church. No. I'm gonna say this. I thought this was sweet. So Paul and I was having a conversation with one of our friends from Bethel.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And Paul said it. Paul was like, who is coming to our church, Bethel? Because Bethel is where we're from. And I thought it was funny. So let's lead with this. Dion Harrigan is coming to our own church, Bethel.
Yes.
And I just hear everybody's excited.
Yeah.
And I got no problem with that. The current pastor invite none of us.
Nah, I've been there.
I've been there too.
For real?
Yeah.
Because over the last 2 years, you've
not the last past 2 years. Of course, the pandemic time. But
I should say, Michael Coleman invite y'all over there.
Yeah, I've been there when Michael Coleman was there.
Okay, so then
but here's the issue. The issue is that when I heard that Dion Harrigan was going to Bethel, I'm going to tell you this. Don't get me wrong. I respect all the pastors that's been there, but you're going to get a guy who has the temperament of Samson, the preaching of Ashmead, the openness, really like the openness of the community mindset of what's the pastor Pat that was at Linden? He was my pastor. I can't believe my head is doing that. I can't believe my head is doing that.
Yeah. That's him right there.
That's him right there. And he's also a college professor.
Right.
Okay. Yo, he is the cat's meow. I'm telling you that right now. That brother is the cat's meow. And I'm gonna tell you, if they're smart,
I see what you're looking at.
Oh, which one?
Well, Shauna K is going to Brooklyn.
Shauna K is going to Brooklyn. She's first lady in Brooklyn.
Gary, check my man out. Just on.
But if we were supposed to go really behind the scenes, we would mess this whole thing up. So we're gonna have to put that to the side.
Come on. Wait a second. Shauna K and her husband, they're going to Brooklyn. Grace. Is it Grace?
Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace.
Y'all gotta check this out. Timekeepers just on Pierre. You posted, I'll share it. that we're going to Northeastern and starts rumors that we go.
That's never happened. You're gonna have to go through Lloyd first with that.
Oh my goodness, there's no doubt.
Let me say this without
what are you saying about Shauna?
Let's be honest about the rumors. The rumor truly is that we did have the opportunity to go home.
Oh yeah.
We had the opportunity to go home.
Oh yeah.
And in good leadership is saying, hey, I want to find out if you guys want to come back home.
Sure.
Okay. So I want to just give a check mark to that new leadership that says, hey, If you before they did all of this, that, and the other, would you be willing to come back home? Whatever the issue is. But what we say is we have taken a bit of home to where we are.
I can say that.
And that's what I believe. We've taken a bit of home to where we are. So
we couldn't go to Bethel anyway. We were born there. We could neither Hansel place we couldn't go.
No,
on, our friends are there, man. They'll be like, yo, Pastor, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. So Shauna K said it's Amazing Grace and Voice of Hope. Let me tell you, Amazing Grace and Voice of Hope. So let me tell you something. The crazy thing about the both of them is that if he needs somebody to cover his church, the other church, he could send his wife.
Send their child.
Yo, so
that child is anointed.
Wow.
Probably preaching already.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep right there.
Yo, if he listen, he could just simply say, "Hey, honey, I'm going to Voice of Hope. Can you cover Amazing Grace for me?"
Mm-hmm.
And she'll go over there and cover it and baptize 17 people. He's gonna be like, "Yo, what just happened over
there?" So listen, let's look at this one. Let's move quick. Tim Nixon going to Ephesus from Michigan.
Big legacy move.
Yeah,
big legacy move.
I was explaining to somebody there's no Grams with no Nixon.
That's right. There'll be
I told them flat out. I'm happy because
no Kibbles. There would be no Nixon without Kibbles. There would be no.
Go back. There'll be no Nixon
without Earls. Without Earls. Sorry, my fault. There'll be no Nixons without Earls. There would be no Grams without Nixons.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't know because I don't know. I know John. I know of Michael, and I know of Tim. So I'm looking forward to seeing Tim because right now I go to Ephesus.
Right.
So it's there's a lot of moves, man. That's like
they just moved somebody to.
Wait. We got somebody. The youth pastor or the associate pastor is Sills. You know this kid named Sills?
Brian?
Nah, youth pastor from where to where?
Because Corey went to
the Bronx.
Corey went to what is happening?
Is his name Brian?
Sills? Brian. SIL. I gotta look it up.
Yo, let me know. Let me know.
You talking about your new pastor, Gary?
My new assistant pastor.
He already pastors right now.
Well, he's our associate pastor at when Ephesus. You get a chance, check the names because I want to know who this is. I want to know who that is. So there's like
it's going to take all day because like 85 of them moved.
It's 70 something moves, man.
70 something moves.
85, man.
Yo, we were in Allegheny East worship.
Right.
And he was like, well, I guess I got to get up and move 120 people.
75, my dude. That's
listen, man. I'm trying to say
associates. That's not
but associates. Associates are moves too.
They're moves too.
No, like they find out like Patrick Graham is the associate
of stewardship or
right, exactly.
It's still a move. It's still a move.
It's 75.
Yo, G. Who's the secretary? Who's the associate
49? Leanne is more than that.
Wrong name. There is a guy named Brian Sills.
Yeah, there it is.
Sylvan Reed.
He's coming to Ephesus.
Okay, that's
right good. Now. I interviewed Sylvan Reed.
Oh yeah,
at Andrews.
Cool.
Oh. And they wanted to send him near Lynchburg.
Wow.
And I went and I said, "Oh no. He ain't going to Lynchburg, bro."
This is the big move here, Peace.
Ricardo De La Haye.
This is the big move right here. That Donna Melvin's talking about, and another move is out of Beta or out of Allegheny West.
Ridley to CWC.
Jason Ridley going to CWC.
That's like a big free agent. The biggest, the two power moves is Nixon to
CWC,
right?
And CW. Those are the two big
power moves. And let me tell you why Jason is a power move, because Jason. So you got to think about what promises. You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm sorry. The third really has to be Nicardo, because Nicardo is the answer. Oh, well, I'm gonna say 4. Okay, because I'm the outside. I'm the
out of 70 something. You got to have more.
Right.
So you could have 10 power moves out of 70 something.
All right. So here's my 4 pop.
Okay.
Nixon coming to
Ephesus.
Yes, facts.
Because not only I went there, because Nixon is a legacy move. It's a stabilizing. You got to have like your flagship church, even though I don't think it is as flagship as it is.
Right.
There's a lot of legacy. He was an administrator. He's coming over. Rule number 2, youth leader coming to the CWC to stabilize the former president's church. That's big right there.
Now he's a preaching fool. He's a preaching fool.
Right.
And his wife
is from home.
I didn't want to get into that, but
his wife is from Brooklyn.
Is from here too.
Right.
And his family's down to Virginia, down the block.
That's right.
That's right.
Right.
Exactly
So that's number 2. Number 3, Ricardo De La Haye's position is the answer to the wave of youth.
That's it. So what the president did is that he was making sure that he has enough experience so that the next generation, so he'll fill the gap of the next generation.
What is the word that you have?
Mentorship, bro.
No, not mentorship. That's not the word I'm looking for.
The word you're looking for is oh shoot, it just skipped me.
Yeah,
the word is it's like you look back at
succession plan. You have a
succession plan.
A succession plan. So Ricardo, number 4, Paula Olivier being the youth leader. Right. That's the number 4 thing. So that's the answer to this, so that we take women seriously. You know, Michelle has her own church. Michelle Mata went down to Brownsville.
That's right.
You know,
she went to Brownsville from Kingsborough.
From Kingsborough. She was Kingsborough number 2.
Hold on.
But
also look at the youth director in Northeastern. When you were youth director in Northeastern and a woman, you've already made a statement. Northeastern is the hub of youth ministries.
It is.
Right.
It is.
You understand what I'm saying?
But I thought you were, Pat, I thought you was the hub of all youth ministries. Why are you being humble?
No. I didn't. Hold on, G. Hold on. I didn't.
Let them know. Let them know, P.
Listen.
Let them know where you learned from, bro.
Listen, I understand that. Everything comes out of Northeastern, but I just want, you know what?
Yo, this is the worst thing I'm gonna say right now, right? Somebody is hating right now. So I say this in jest, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's hating right now. It's like, who the Grams think they are for handicapping this stuff? But this is why it's our show.
No. What we need to do is we just need to pray for them. That's all, G. That's all. Is there just one?
It seems like there was 78.
Yeah, but we just need one.
Leanne said 49.
No, not 49. We just need one. Come on, everybody in the chat. Can we just get one?
You know what to do.
Can we just get one?
Is there one?
There you go, Greta. She was the
I wonder right now, right? Because you know our highest rated show. Our top 3 highest.
We haven't done it. Is there just one?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Is there just one?
Is there one? Is there one on? Is there one? Is there one?
There you go.
Yo, that sounds like Dr. Jules.
Hold
on.
Is
there one? Somebody. There's got to be somebody. Is there one?
Jimmy killed it just now. Man, woman, boy, or girl.
So you mean Northeastern didn't hire Jimmy? Because he could have came up.
Yo, let me tell you something. Jimmy is at a nice spot right now.
Did you see the truck?
He's at a nice spot right now.
I saw the truck that came and picked him up. I saw the truck.
So Pat, let me say this to you guys. Number one, let me say this. I like what's happening in Northeastern because they're trying something. They're doing something because what they're doing, I feel what they're doing on my end is that they're bringing the morale back. You see where I'm coming from?
Pete, I get it. And I know you're the guru at all of that.
That's true.
And I know that this is, that's your thing. I'm going to say this, and I don't care. The presidents of our Black conferences, which we call the Divine Nine, what made the old heads really good at what they did is that they did everything that they could do to listen to young people. Hear me out. To listen to young people and do something extraordinary that people would say, this is crazy. Just hear me out for a second. I need to turn around and said, Jules, President Jules, you crazy for doing what you're doing.
You have to.
Because that means you're doing something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Instead of keeping it rolling. What's her name just said it? Hannah just said you hit the nail on the head, Paul. Morale back. Morale is you don't need to be the greatest. A great leader starts by bringing in the morale. Do you know in the Marines they pray first before they get out there?
It's not even January yet, Gary.
That's right.
And he's already. I mean, you got King, you got himself. Now remember, we don't know who I don't know the treasurer. I don't know if you guys know the treasurer. I don't know the treasurer. But the fact of the matter is that then they're pulling in associates. So that means if anybody should die in Congress, right, or anybody should move, or anybody should leave, they got somebody that's going to be able to take that spot.
Has churches, Paul.
Yes.
Yes. But understand what I'm saying.
So what I'm trying to say is that eliminates the fact that pastors are doing nothing in the week. I know y'all like that.
I want to feed you something.
Feed me, man.
Gary. I think you need to pause, Patrick, to give Gary a thumbs up.
No doubt about that. Come on. Go. I want you to understand, and I had a problem with this at first, but I want you to understand this: that being a director should not take you out to church.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You better believe it, Pat.
Because that church ends up being your lab to see that whatever it is that you're doing, it actually works.
Well, it keeps your ear to the ground.
Absolutely. And that's why in the West Indies, Gary, when you find someone who's a ministerial director like myself, they still have a church. And you know who brought that to the table? When Pastor Jack got the position years ago as a ministerial director, he wanted to keep Ephesus and do both at the same time.
Allegheny East, they always kept it until a couple of years ago.
Or you have a choice in whether you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm coming from?
Well, big kudos. I already know they're already starting to return calls. There's a lot of people who.
What did you say, Gary?
They return calls. Okay.
You always treat
you cannot be a leader even if you don't want to. You got to return your calls.
Always treat the customer right. You got it, Gary. And the first thing is that when you pick up the phone and you call to a conference office, somebody must pick up the phone.
No must.
You better believe it. You gotta at least pick up the phone. Come on, y'all. Come on.
All right. Big shout out. Big shout out to Jules.
Listen, man. I may not agree. Listen here, and I don't know, but I may not. I'm 15 years removed from Northeastern.
Right.
But morale wise, I'm there.
But Paul, it's home. It's home.
Exactly.
So that's why we're talking about it. If this happened in Southeastern, we wouldn't have this conversation.
Already happened because the Atlantic Union president retired, and you got a new Atlantic Union president, and we're not talking about that cat.
But hold on a second. He's from Northeastern.
You serious?
What?
Paul, you know everything.
Yo, let me tell you something. I pastored with him.
Wow.
Paul, is it anything that you have not done in Northeastern?
Yo,
besides other things.
Man. If you think I'm kidding, right? I got his number in my phone, right? This guy was one of the best, not only Haitian pastors, but pastors all around in administration and in preaching. He's from here. He's from Northeastern.
Look at Shauna K. Yo, we need to have Shauna K on the show.
That's true. She know everything.
She know
everything.
Listen, so I'm gonna put something out to you right now. Right? It's 8:43. Right?
8:43.
I'm sorry. It's 3:43. Right?
Oh, okay.
Right. Man, Pat, I thought we were about to go to sleep.
3:43. How many of you think right now that Jules has heard somebody call Jules and be like, "Yo, the Grams are talking about you right now"?
He's listening right now. Hey,
Jules listening. You think Jules is listening right now?
Right this minute. President Jules listening right now.
Wait. Let me make some clarity.
I'm gonna say no.
Hold on a second, Paul.
He's on his way to Boston. He's doing a listening tour right now.
Well, let me make this clear. Right? Is Jules himself listening now, or Jules' entourage is listening and reporting to him.
Gary, why don't you stop? Because you know you are part of his entourage. Okay,
I have nothing to
you
do
know
with
you're
Jules.
part of his entourage.
You are, Gary, you are
I
the
know.
biggest Jules behind kisser there is.
That's right. That's right. You are.
So
You
how
are.
come I don't have a job? Get out of here, man. You guys get out of here, man.
You don't need. You don't need it. You don't need it.
I don't need it. No. Look, y'all stop it with that. Me and Jules, me and Jules bromance. You know who's my number one bromance pastor in the world?
Who is yours, Gary?
In Texas,
Buddy Bird.
right?
Man, Gary, you know what, Gary?
I'll never cheat. I'll never cheat on Buddy. But you know, Jules is not bad to cheat on Buddy with.
I'm going to tell you this right now. What Bethel needs to do right now is beef up their camera work and their online work, because
that's everybody.
No.
Big shout out to the communications department.
That's everybody.
I'm talking
That's everybody. That's everybody.
Listen, stop. I'm talking about home right now.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm talking about home is because when you hear this guy, take time to go back to his Lebanon sermons.
Right.
Take time. You may not find his sermons on the Linden spots, right? But you go back and listen to his sermons. This guy's magnificent.
That's what Dorian said.
Listen, watch. Jules gonna be calling Gary later on tonight.
What's the first two words out of Jules' mouth?
Hey, Gary.
No. I gotta laugh at you. No, not hey, Gary. What's the first two words that come out?
Wait, Gary.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Gary, Leanne is still on this. It said it's no secret that you got a bromance with Buddy.
Everybody knows that. I mean, come on.
Look what Sherwin Stone says.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's talking. You know who he's talking about?
He's talking about Buddy?
Nah, he's talking
about Dion.
Dion.
He's talking about Dion.
Yeah, man.
Pat, can you? We about to come on there. Never mind. We're good, right?
Yeah, we're good. Everybody check your echoes. Everybody check your echoes, but we're good. Listen, right now I'm just asking everybody to share real quick so we can hit the 100 mark. Everybody share and just keep commenting and like a few people saying.
About our new friends.
We'll go off.
Our new friends before we go into the next part.
Gee, I need to flip something on you real quick.
Cool.
You don't have to stay too long on this. I know we just got off the Northeastern thing. What's up with the infrastructure bill?
Yes, Gary. Speak, Gary.
I'm not going to. We won't
speak for your servant is listening.
I'm just going to say this real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
No, wait, Pat. Gary, speak. Your servant is listening.
Yo, stop mocking me, man. I'm going to tell you right now.
No, I want to know.
I talked to you about that earlier today. Stop mocking me.
It has been held up for so long. I want to know. Just tell us real quick, and we're gonna move on to the next thing. Come on.
The number one thing you should know that your bridges are going to be fixed and your roads be fixed. But the number one thing that I'm happy about, everybody gets high-speed internet in the country. No more kids outside of Wendy's or McDonald's in the park using this. So it's evening the playing field. So the Republicans for the long time touted an infrastructure bill, but they only cut taxes for their friends. And now they said, well, we help push it along. It's like, you know, when the Knicks lose in the playoff and they said, oh, yeah, we just softened up the heat so they can lose to whatever. Nah.
Okay.
They got it done. So
okay.
In a couple of weeks, those of you who have businesses, make sure you look into read every page of the infrastructure bill, and then you find some way to make some loot.
All right. I just want to shout this out to all my friends who is in crypto. You're not going to hear it again. By XYO. All right, go ahead. Continue.
Cool.
Continue. I just want to let you know that.
Hold up. Can you get it from crypto? Can you get it from crypto.com?
You got to get it from you can get it from crypto.com and you can get it from Coinbase. I'm just letting everybody know. Remember, Gary, you asked me some time ago.
I will tell you what to do, right?
And my pick went well, right?
Yo, Pat stopped talking to me until I signed up with crypto and Coinbase. He was like, he said, I'm not talking to you no more.
That's right.
So, there you go, Pat.
That's right. All right. Listen.
Okay, let's give a shout out to our girlfriend.
No. Our fourth brother is online.
Who's that? Rory.
Why you got to be so profound, Rory?
Yeah, why couldn't you just say a Northeastern Conference is doing their thing? You got to make it. You got to sound like Obama reading out that thing.
You got to sound like your wife wrote out your that post just now.
All right, awesome there. All right, guys. Before we come to that, early Christmas. What's up?
Thanksgiving. Where you going, Pat?
Yo, I'm thinking about Christmas already, man.
Nah, there's a Thanksgiving.
Hold on a
That's the
second.
problem.
Between Thanksgiving and Christmas is a very high holiday.
Yeah.
Very high.
Yeah.
Holiday.
Yeah.
The highest of the highest holidays. And I want everybody to make.
You're right. So where are you going, Paul? Where you going for Thanksgiving? I heard you say a couple of days ago you were going to Georgia.
Okay, I don't know yet. Zenobia comes home.
Okay.
And I don't know yet, but all of Wendy's family is going to be in Georgia.
What? Okay.
So, yo, happy wife, happy life, right? If she wants to go to Georgia, we driving. 9 hours. If not, I want to go to our fourth cousin's house. I mean, our fourth brother's house. That's our cousin Dwayne. I want to go to Dwayne's house because I don't know if you saw the text, but Dwayne having dinner over there.
I didn't do that. Text.
But if Gary is coming here, then we might as well.
I could be anywhere in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, what's that M for? Miami or Monster?
That is for maritime.
Okay, Pat, I just want to share this with you. I don't know if you remember this. You remember when we were growing up, we must have been about 5 or 6 years old. Gary had a shirt that had what on it, Pat, if you could remember. And he used to run us all over the place.
Jaws.
Come on, Pat. Hold on. Ding, 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 ding,
Gary
ding.
was evil with it. He used to chase us around the house with your Jaws shirt on.
I just remember Pat being afraid of it.
It was both of us was afraid of it.
Guys, just let's move on because I know what y'all gonna talk about next. Let's move on because
Gary, you ready, Gary? Just say, Gary. Don't worry about Pat. You don't elders. You can say what you want to say. Claymation.
I hate claymation. I hate claymation.
It's true.
Yo, do you remember, Gary? There was an old show that was called David and Goliath.
Yeah,
Pat with the dog. Hey, Davey. Remember? Pat used to be like this.
Pat hates.
I think I need to go back and try to find out what trauma happened in my life.
Somebody made you eat clay.
Maybe that's right.
In school.
That probably was it. I hate claymation, man.
Yo,
oh my gosh.
Yo, gee, good shows like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer pass like this.
Yo, A Year Without Santa Claus.
Come on, man. Come on, Gary. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Baskin ran or ran there. Yeah.
I don't like
throw it up. The Nightmare Before Christmas, man.
Yo, Butlers, I'm gonna send you the DVD series. Sam said, "Poor Davey."
Poor Davey. That's a funny one.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness.
Pat, what you got next for us, bro?
No, man. I just, I think I wanted. I think I wanted to. What do you mean, Heat Miser? What's that?
I'm Mr. Heat Miser. The Santa Claus Before Christmas.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up Ernie Flowers.
Oh, Pat, that's not even on the run sheet. I forgot to put it on there.
Ernie Flowers.
It's
on the run sheet. It's on the run sheet.
Did I put it on the run sheet?
It's on the run sheet.
Oh, thank you.
Ernie Flowers. P, mute your joint, dog.
Come on, man. Stop that, man. Come on, stop that, man. We're losing sponsor, man.
Yeah, you know what, Gary? Never mind. Go ahead, man. Don't worry about him. Let me clear his throat.
Can I do it? Let me see how I can do it.
Okay, so it will teach you how to do it. So you go down to the bottom and it says add to the stream. You press it and Paul will come back up. Go ahead. Let's see if you know what he's doing. This is for you, James. There we go.
Okay, and now I could remove him like this, like he used to do to me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So Ernie Flowers, everybody, we'll bring him on later.
Wait a minute, look who popped in, Adrian.
Yeah, I see her, Adrian Townsend. What's up, Adrian? This is
she's fine.
Chaplain.
She's fine,
man.
I don't care. She's fine.
Awesome.
She's fine.
Awesome.
I'm gonna say it again.
Awesome.
She's fine. Awesome. If I wasn't married, but I was taller.
Okay,
and had
so
a little bit of muscles right here.
Stop that, Paul.
Yeah, so that's that's a dead issue. Okay, you're not going to be taller. So just leave that.
And you're married too. So that's
you're married. And
I said if I wasn't married, Gary, that's what I said.
And Daddy is truly our father. Me and you, Paul.
Y'all shouldn't be doing that on the adoption show.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're right, Gary.
There's a lot of people with trauma out there. Y'all playing.
Okay, no, you're right.
We're gonna lose this show by the 75th episode.
You're right. Giving big ups to Ernest Flowers, who started his health. Is it a health store out in Queens?
It's like a Whole Foods.
Like a Whole Foods out in
Honest.
Queens. I think that is I just think that's crazy awesome. Gary.
Yo, Erica got me choking on the Heat Miser joint, man. Now you don't know the song for real?
I don't like listening to, I don't like watching that stuff. So you know, let's be clear on that. G, fill us in with the whole Brenda Walsh thing that happened on Sabbath.
So last Sabbath, we anointed our new followers as snackers.
Right.
And so last week we asked if anybody has any songs to put it in the chat,
right,
and we'll transfer it over to Brenda.
Right.
So Brenda's a good friend of the show, and sometimes she watches or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So she took people's requests and played it on her show last week.
Right.
Blew it away.
Right.
Yeah. She took yours. When he cometh, he took Mom's. She took Mom's. I know she took Lynn Arch. Yeah. And so if you have one or two, she took Lynn's. Mm-hmm. So that's Lynn's handle name, but she took it out, and then she took the name. She took Shay Shay's.
Oh, she did.
She took Shay Shay's.
Okay, so she did play through a bunch of. I wasn't able.
No, because you guys are busy in the afternoon. Yeah. So my mother-in-law likes it and sings along with it. So if you have a request, mm-hmm. she'll say that, and then she gives us a big shout out, and she'll say, "Oh, watch the Snacks with the Grams" to her audience.
Right.
So I'm about to send her an email. The 5:30. I mean, she comes on at 5:30 every Saturday afternoon, and then we'll give her our favorite song. So if you have a favorite song, I'm gonna tell what everybody to do. DM me or put it in the chat.
Gary said, "I'm gonna tell what to everybody to do."
It's okay. It's a mixture between Brooklyn, Bronx, and Caribbean.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I know some people love it.
You're the only one that noticed that he said that. Everybody else in the chat is like, "Where are we going?" Right, tell us what to do. Lynn is asking where she comes on. Gary, real quick, and let's move. Let's go.
5:30.
Right.
YouTube.
Right.
I'll put the link in the chat if I can. So if you have a favorite song or what have you, put it in the chat, and where you're from, Gary Graham, when he cometh, and we'll put it in.
I'm trying to get Gary to get upset with me. I'm trying to wonder why Gary's doing like this when he ain't got no beard there.
He got a little.
I do.
There's a little one there.
A little beard. You got a little stubble.
There's a little one there. So listen, this is for the chat room, everybody. This is for the chat room. Come on, everybody. Booster shot, yes or no? Yes or no? We're waiting on it. Booster shot, yes or no?
Let's wait a second. I thought that was our cousin. My bad.
No, we are cousins. We call ourselves cousins. That's Rosemary Graham dealing with Mental Health Ministries. We're all
gotcha.
Hey fam, that's cousins.
Booster shot, yes or no?
Booster shot. I see you, Wendell. Somebody say yes. Come on, booster shot, yes or no? And listen, we're not clowning anybody. If it's no, it's no. And we're not here. Reggie Watson said, heck no. It's somebody said yes, but they're waiting on Moderna. Kim said yes. Come on, everybody, booster shot, yes. Rory says yes, booster shot. Come on, booster shot.
Lynn said she's gonna wait.
She said she's gonna wait. Lynn gonna wait. Dwayne Leslie, absolutely.
Wait, somebody just mentioned him.
Yep, just mentioned him. Dwayne Leslie, absolutely.
Oh, Rory, both of it. Oh, Krista, absolutely got mine.
Yeah.
Oh, Valerie Swan, she needs to make an appointment.
I got it. Smith. Yes, Maureen is on here.
Simit.
Oh my goodness, that's my girl Maureen. And Maureen, don't get mad at me. I don't know, for some reason I'm in an orange spirit. I'm not
best fall color they got.
That's right. I'm in an orange spirit, y'all. I'm in an orange spirit. Lynn, don't say nothing.
See, this is why the Grahams didn't marry any of the Gabriel sisters. See how she just telling people what to do?
What she
Pull
said?
It up there. Look what she said. Pushing us around.
Now, Paul, wait. Let Gary learn how to do it. Go ahead, Gary. Put it up.
Wait. Which one, Pat? Which one?
Oh, hold on. I get that.
That's
no. I got that.
Gary, learn it.
Come on, Gary, learn to do it.
Come on.
Well, I gotta stick it first.
Yeah, but you gotta.
Oh, block user. I blocked him by accident.
You block somebody?
Unblock them, G.
But go back and unblock them because then
No, I got it. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Do I double click it? There it is.
No, just
there it
click
is.
it
Well,
one
I
time.
just got it. I just got it.
Okay, just
Do it
click
again.
one
Do it
time.
again. Do it again.
It's supposed to be 6 months after your second dose.
Okay, got it.
All right, got it.
Got it. Yeah.
All right.
Gary Dorian wants to know, is that a Morgan State cap that you got on?
No, maritime, SUNY Maritime.
Oh, that's right. SUNY Maritime. SUNY
So,
Maritime.
Pat,
You're right.
what's this all about right there?
Oh, Maureen is a ruby.
Ruby.
And what is this about? What's that about? Ah, shoot.
Yeah, I took a picture one time with this on, and my
I did this. What's this about?
Marissa, Marissa, you married one of us.
All right.
I'm with
Maybe
it.
we need to ask her who's her favorite gram.
Nah, they need to come on the show for that bad boy.
This is true.
You come on the show for that. You gotta come on the show for that.
Hannah Lane. This is
Pat, you didn't see me?
I'm immunized like my man Rogers.
Got a booster. Say got a booster. Could somebody put in the chat real quick when it's sunset, please? Sunset on the East Coast. Sunset
Madison
on the East
Wisdom. Uh-oh.
Yo,
I haven't seen Madison in years.
that's Shalina's brother.
Yeah, this is the reason why the Grams didn't date Shalina, because of this cat here.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I can't put it out there, but me and Mike Dorch went to Shalina's house in Alabama, Gary. Where they live, slaves are still there.
Oh my goodness.
I hear that. I think they're building the second one out there.
G, I'm trying to tell you, when the sun went down, there was no lights anywhere. It was scary.
Yo, I'm telling you, Huntsville is the new joint. People are moving to Huntsville.
They call it Hunts Vegas.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you. Huntsville is the
You know who runs Huntsville, and we need to get him on the show? Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, that's cool. Hold on one second. Chris shouting out. I don't know if they see it, but shouting out Madison shouting out Chris. Shouting out Madison. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I went to Madison. I went to see your mom a couple of months back, man. Bright lady, man, sharp, even at her age, sharp. You remember she used to sing with Dad at Brooklyn Temple.
Gotcha. All right, Pizzo. Those who we lost a couple of good ones. We lost a couple of good ones, but we are waiting for this one at the end. E.E. Rogers.
Gone.
Yes, we lost E.E. Rogers, man.
Now we could truly say that's the last of the Mohicans.
There's the last of the Mohicans. The one that's like a tiny bit behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is
who? I know you
is right. Is right.
Right?
Mm-hmm. He's about to be 80. But
yeah,
he's going strong.
But EE was teaching him.
Yes, yeah. But EE outlived all of them.
Yeah, but Henry Wright, even though this is your subject, Henry Wright falls into that Pearson generation.
That's right.
Yeah, but Pearson is younger than Wright.
I know that.
He was younger than him, but here's what I'm saying. E.E. Rogers is a part of the old E.E. Cleveland. He just lived longer.
Got to go up, Pat. You got to go up. E.E. Rogers is on the same level as Mosley. They're the same age.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with you. They just died
E.E.
early.
Cleveland, remember, E.E. Cleveland is younger.
Yes.
Than Rogers and them.
Yes, he is younger, but that's that crew.
Yes, you're right.
That they came out of. Because remember now, Mervyn Warren is not even a part of that crew. He's younger.
That's right. Mervyn Warren is in the same crew as Elder Wright,
Henry Wright, and them. Exactly.
I found a Week of Prayer pamphlet from from Warren preaching at Ephesus back in the 60s.
My bad. Chris is killing it right now, and you know that she is
she's a historian guru.
Historian Kelly. It takes everything to serve the Lord.
She's my Princess Diana.
And you know, we just lost Ivan Warden.
Warden. We just lost Ivan Warden.
Yep. Holly Fisher coming with it. She's like Calvin Rock, Ben Reeves, Henry Wright. They're in the same crew.
Well, many people didn't know that Benny Reeves.
Go ahead. We can hear you. Come on.
That Benny Reeves was a number. Okay, you see how Eric Thomas is the number one speaker in the United States.
Right.
Benny Reeves was in the 80s and 90s was the number one speaker.
Damn. Look at
know,
this. Oh,
let me say him and Warren used to write what's his name sermons at Cornerstone Baptist Church in New York. They wrote his sermons for him.
Yeah.
All right. That's how bad these boys were.
Why don't somebody school Ash and let them know how long we stay on?
Until 5. Well, a little bit shorter than that because we it's the Sabbath. Ash is coming up Sabbath early.
Hey Ash, put this on your page, man. Put this on your page.
James said I nominate Paul to be snack time with the Grams historian.
Ben.
Ain't nobody better than Chrissa. Chrissa knows it all.
Holly know her stuff. And what was the president of
it takes your hand.
the president of Oakwood.
Rock?
The other one. Way after Benjamin Reeves.
After Benjamin Reeves,
Baker.
It would be
Baker's son. Crazy history.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's
how old is Baker's son? A little younger than us, right?
Younger than us.
He's in his 40s.
Yeah, younger than us. And have
so he must run with John Nixon's crew then.
That's the
John and Snell.
John Nixon's crew's a little older.
Yeah, he's a little bit older.
So Baker's son younger than John and Snell and those guys. Because those guys run together.
I think they're the same.
So? Okay.
I think they're the same.
John is 40s.
We're gonna hit this one day. What's more important, Adventism or Christianity or spirituality?
Yeah, that's when we need to bring Ash on. Let him come on. We'll need him on for that one.
No, but P, you the man. Answer that real quick, and then we'll get back on this another day.
Straight off, man. It's spirituality.
That's right.
Because you can't be. It's spirituality.
That's right.
Adventists are afraid of that word, spirituality.
Yeah, man, it's a great word, man.
It's spirituality.
Minnesota's finest. Minnesota's finest, right there.
I can't say anything to y'all right now. If I say it, I might get fired. That's all I gotta say.
I hear you, Pizzo. I hear you.
Come home.
That's my girl right there.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yes, sir.
And one thing I'm gonna say for Darnisha, she said, "Stop." One thing I say for Darnisha, I don't want her to coin herself as a children's pastor alone. She is a pastor. Period.
Yep.
Period. We got to be careful of coining our ministers and keeping them in a trap set. Can't even do it. Oh boy, here we go. How did we get to this? Do you all do the holy dance at your church? Yeah. That's just yes.
Yeah, we do the holy dance at the church. We do it when the cameras are off.
Listen, Paul, we need to come back with a whole spiritual joint. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna count it out right now. Gary, Paul, I know that we ain't chatting about it. We got to do it Thanksgiving, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Gary, what's that?
What is that, Gary?
A pen.
I
wouldn't vape on the show.
We're gonna do it Thanksgiving. I don't care where we are. We got to stop eating. Do it Thanksgiving. Let's go 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
I'm down,
I say 9 o'clock, so we get the West Coast.
What?
West Coast people.
I'm good for 8. Let's do 8. Let's do 8.
Okay.
Let's do 8 o'clock.
Prime time special, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Okay, look, we got 10 more to hit 100. We got 10 more to hit 100. Okay, so if everybody could just share, just stop and share, and just and like.
I'll tell you how we're gonna get it. Just ask Leanne.
That's right.
So ask her permission. Can we have 100? And they'll hit 100.
You see, now it's bad now that Gary can see how many people are looking, right? That's bad now that he can see it.
Yeah,
I've been behaving myself all day, man.
No, you good. You good.
Yeah. We never look at how many people are looking, but when Gary never seen this. He doesn't see this.
Gotcha.
So when Gary saw it, he was like, "That's how many people are on? You got to be kidding me." He was like, "Yeah, man, that's what."
Probably more than that.
She said the food is going to kick in after 7. Let's just do it 8 o'clock, okay? Even if we jump on, let's just do it at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. That sounds good.
Let's do it at 8 o'clock.
Pat, where's this from? What is this? What cup is this?
Chick-fil-A.
No, sir.
Starbucks.
There it is. They didn't even give the Thanksgiving food yet. Pumpkins, whatever yet. They went straight to Christmas.
This is Harris. Ford is Tyrone. Bless up my New York family.
Yeah, what's up, man? I'm going to tell you this. Leanne said it. Come on, guys.
Oh, yeah,
Leanne said it. We're going
to do that after.
Yeah, no, we'll get there.
Oh, I thought you was okay.
No, but she said it. We're going to definitely need. This is a hard week.
It's a hard week, man.
Losses, especially our Bethel loss. But we're going to get the Leanne. We're going to talk about that at the end. We're going to talk about that at the end. We're just waiting for our guest to come on, and as soon as our guest comes on, man, we're flying through. Somebody said it's the Starbucks holiday cup, and let me just tell you guys something. Oh, this is my man. Y'all don't know this dude. Let me introduce you to him real quick, everybody. Gary Paul. Let me introduce him. We call him Chef. I never even know him before. He cooks for Pine Forge. He's the chef for Pine Forge.
I know. Yeah, I met him before.
You met him?
Yeah, I met him before.
Yeah, he's a chef. He's a chef for Pine Forge, and I'm telling you,
can he barbecue?
Can he saute some shrimp?
Yeah, well, I don't know about the shrimp, but he can get it. He can get it. Ramon, what's up? Introducing you to my brothers, Gary right here, and Paul over here. Definitely. Anytime you need to get a couple of pans, that's where you need to go through and know what he's doing as far as vegetarian joint is concerned. Go, P.
Hey, Pat, what's wrong with my finger? You see how my finger's messed up?
I don't know.
It was in
Gary, can you see that?
It was in water.
Nope, that's how my finger is. How did that happen to my finger?
I don't know.
Oh, you mashed it in the
In what, Gary?
In at downstate after
That's
a swimming
right.
class. Yeah.
After a swimming class.
Really, Paul?
That's right. I don't have any flesh in my finger.
I didn't know you're still there.
You still see the cut?
Y'all see this cut here? Seriously. Hold on, let me see if y'all can see it. Y'all can't see it. Is it the cut in this finger?
I didn't see it.
17 years old at the tent effort. And
I got a cut right here.
And
I remember that.
I got a cut right here.
I remember that. We were jumping on the doors of the house.
No. Say it right. Everybody went through this. We used to jump on the couch, to the TV, to the whatever, and to the next room, on Gary, and then you swing on the door from the one side to the other. I remember that day.
And Mama was watching us.
Yep.
And she took me to the doctor.
And she took you to the doctor to get the stitches here. I remember that. And Sister Logan took me to the doctor, to the hospital, to get my fingers done.
Really?
And Pat, tell everybody how much fingers you really have.
11. Everybody echoing. We echoing. They said, check your echoes. I had 11 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 fingers.
What happened? Y'all just stopped.
I just looked at it. I was like, ooh, 11 fingers.
Now I got it cut off earlier. Yeah, man. So listen, where we are, we're on adoption, right? And let me tell you something. And Gary, you guys know this. Gary, that finger's perfect for counting dollar bills. Let me tell you, the people that we brought on so far, man, I wish we had the time. We need to. First of all, we should have brought her on for the history of.
Listen, we need to bring her back February, bro.
That's right. The history.
There ain't nothing this girl don't know.
All you gotta do is follow her page all the way. Now, I know we aren't just talking about adoption, but the other thing is her workout page.
And the modeling.
Yeah, well, she couldn't be a model unless she worked out. You take it in steps.
What you said, Patrick?
Take it in steps.
What you said, Pat?
Take it in steps. What do you mean what I said?
I didn't hear you.
I said Gary was saying the modeling page. But she did the workout.
Can I introduce her?
That's my page. The modeling page is my page.
For easy with the page, okay? Easy.
I'm just saying the modeling page is my page.
Easy with the page. I'm just saying easy with
I'm just letting you know. Can I introduce her?
Go ahead, G. Because I'm her favorite Graham. So go ahead and introduce.
Well, let me be clear. Let me be very clear. I'm gonna lose this one, but she has my favorite page. Go ahead.
Come on, Gary, bring her.
Carissa, you are my Princess Diana.
No, Gary. No, Gary. No.
I can't say that.
No.
See, now I'm behind the scenes.
No.
I see her. I see her, and I'm just telling you right now, everybody, this is my princess. Anytime you see all these whack people with Adventism and black and brown Adventism in the bubble or what have you.
No.
My Princess Diana. And if I was to write a biopic of you, it would be perfect. That's all I gotta say, bro.
All right, Gary, just Pat, bring her on, G.
Y'all mad because
you're brown nosing for the question later.
No, because my game is tight. It's tight, bro.
See, here it is. Gary is greasing the pan.
Yep, he sure is, man.
You gotta preheat it for 350.
Bring on the music, Pat. Come on.
Bring her on. No, let Gary learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go, right there. All right, my sweetheart, my dear princess. Let me get the horses and carriage. Boom.
Gosh. Oh my.
She blushed.
I'm sorry. Carissa, I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize for me, bro.
I've lost
I turned 53 in 2 weeks. Get out of here.
Carissa, if you could take your camera and turn it, if you don't mind.
Turn it sideways?
Yes. Are you on your phone?
Hey,
I'll try. I have it on my
Oh, it's on your iPad?
No, it's in my let me see. I have it. Okay, yeah, I think I can do it.
No, she can't do it.
Yes.
No.
Okay, let me turn it the other way. We don't want to be upside down.
Okay, it's fine, Pat. It's fine.
Hold on, let's find that way first, real quick.
Oh, I'm still upside down. Why am I upside down?
Straighten it. That is okay then.
It's okay then. It's okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna let y'all guys know right now. Watch the way you speak to her.
No. Y'all have me over here.
Listen, it's just happy Gary ain't asking for toe and pictures now.
How you know I haven't done that already in her DM?
Oh my God.
For the past couple of weeks, we've had an awesome group of people or individuals who was on just talking about adoption, not just talking about it, but really educating us on the mindset of adoption. And Carissa, there's no other person that we would want on here but you. You are you're so full of information. You're full of life. I think that even in your explanations, whether it's online or whether you're posting something, it always gives us something to talk about, something to think about. And so we just welcoming you today because for an iconic family that that you are in, okay, even though your parents have passed, you are in an iconic family and a stamp of the Black Adventist work. To be one who was adopted and still be a part of and still feel a part of, we definitely want to hear from you and learn from you on the whole process of adoption and how you are and where you are and even where you are right now. So thank you for coming on, man, and being able to share what you want to share. There's nothing, we're not going to stress you to share everything if you don't want to, but we definitely want to hear from you.
Well, thanks for having me.
I think the first question I would want to ask is, when did you know?
Okay.
When did you know? Chris? Can she hear?
Yeah, I'm here. What did you say now?
The first question I want to know, when did you know?
It's breaking up.
Oh no. When did you know that you were?
What did I know? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I was young. I was really young when I found out I was adopted. So I was not even double digits, probably 7 or 8 when I actually found out,
And I mean, and how? I mean, do you know how were you told?
Yeah. I was looking around in like some of the old family pictures and what have you, and there was just like there was like a letter from my mother's goddaughter that mentioned, so congratulations on adopting your little girl, kind of thing. And I was like, oh, okay. That explains a lot.
Wow. Now, guys, because she gets us a couple of seconds late. Okay, she gets a couple of seconds late. So just if we're going to give you the time to speak through, so tell me, because I follow you on Facebook. Tell me, how did you get to the point of meeting your parents or your family, your real family?
You guys are breaking up pretty crazily on my thing right here, so I'm kind of hearing you. Let me see, because I'm using my phone. Let me see if I turn up my volume on my laptop. It's gonna lag though. Yeah. I know it's gonna lag.
We can.
So, well, if you can hear us now,
that's what I'll do. I'll do that, and I'll turn.
We hear you perfectly.
Right.
So, in hearing us perfectly, I'm sorry, we hear you perfectly. So we just want you to give us the whole spiel of finding out and then knowing, and not knowing, I'm sorry, and then finding your parent, your family, your real family, so to speak. If you can give us your spiel, we won't have to stop you while you're speaking.
Talk us through.
Okay. Well, if you can hear me, I have my laptop on too, and so I can hear you on my laptop.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you can hear me, I have my laptop on too, and so I can hear you on my laptop.
Yeah, don't worry about the laptop.
Even though there's a lag.
Yeah, don't worry about the laptop. You can close that down.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Good.
Right. And remember, Shauna K just shared that the word is not real; it's biological.
Sorry. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Shauna, for that. It's not real, but the word is biological. So take us again through the journey of you finding out and then through your life, right, and meeting your biological family.
Right.
We're quiet. You just speak. We hear you.
So I found out, like I said, when I was really young, and of course, I just, go through life as any other kid with their folks. What's interesting though is when I needed to get my passport, it was, they asked for like birth certificates or baptismal certificates. And at that time, I didn't know it at the time. Mom didn't actually, there was a birth certificate, but it had my birth mother's name on it. So, Mom had to take my baptismal certificate, which they're like, well, this is different. This isn't the right kind of baptismal certificate or whatever, but it still worked out, thankfully. But what you all don't know is that I actually became official in 1988. So we went to court, actually had my birth certificate done officially in 1988. So I've been official only since 1988.
Wow.
So, that's my birth certificate from my parents with mom and dad's names on it and everything. So, and it's, my experience, I'm thankful and grateful that mom and dad, raised me, because I don't know where I would have been otherwise. Met great friends, great education, and all those wonderful things. A lot of experiences with a lot of our soldiers in the church who are now all laid to rest. But I spent many days and many times just being the youngest person in the room with all of these wonderful great men, Elder Bradford, Elder Dudley, and so forth and so on. So I think I've had a very fortunate life because of that. And it's definitely something that I cherish. And as far as finding my birth family, well, after mom and dad passed, because, they passed in 2018. So it's been 3.5 years. And it was then that I decided to do the ancestry, DNA, and.
Uh-oh. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
hold on. We'll see. We'll see when she comes back on.
We'll see when she comes back on. See when she comes back on.
So she stopped off at Oh,
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
There we go. Okay. Okay. So that was sometime in the summer. And then last year in September, somebody reached out to me on Messenger and on Ancestry. It's like, hey, you're my first cousin. And I think, just trying to figure out who I was, because he had already shown my picture to other people. And like, we don't know who that is, but she looks like so-and-so. And she had,
I saw that. Yeah.
and so as it turned out, that was my first cousin, Kenneth. And his daughter is actually one that made him take the ancestry test. And so he reached out, and that's where I learned, through him and everybody, that I had, my birth mother, who unfortunately passed away in 2000, and is it 2006 or 2009? I had two brothers and a sister. My oldest brother, I've talked about, he was poisoned in 1999. So unfortunately, I won't be meeting him, but my other brother, Larry, my sister, Shannon.
Oh, this is such a good story, man.
Yeah.
Wait till she comes back. Here she comes.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
No, just finish. Just keep going. You're with us. Go ahead.
I don't know what's going on. But my people are there in actually Columbus, Georgia, and Phoenix City, Alabama. Okay. So I'm actually from the South.
Wow.
But here's what's ironic. My brother Charles.
Go ahead. Nope, go ahead.
Said, yeah, my brother Charles was born in 66. Larry was born in 67. I was born in 68. And we were all born in Queens General Hospital.
Wow.
Like Queens, New York?
How crazy is that? Stair step.
Wow.
Yeah. Because what happened now in trying to figure out, where I came from, basically, the only thing that we could conclude was that, my birth mother's name is Mary. She had gone to New York when she was really young because she was, wanted to have a better life and, find work and what have you. So she did that. And then after she had Charles and Larry, she took them back down south to stay with Big Mama, her grandmother, her mother, while she went back to New York. So she didn't tell anyone about me. So everybody thinks that because of our birth dates that she was already pregnant with me, but she didn't want to, be bringing a whole third child down there, and having to deal with Big Mama, because she was, how Medeas and Big Mamas are. And that's what everybody says. So that's what we've concluded. Don't know who our birth father is at all. I don't know if we have the same father. Well, Shannon, my sister, my mother married her father years ago because she's a bit younger. So, she knows who her father is. But as far as Charles, Larry, and myself, we, don't know who our birth father is.
Okay. I wanted to ask a question. Can you hear me? That when my son did this.
I hate the fact that you all keep breaking up.
Yeah, the audio.
When my son did this.
I hate the fact that you all keep breaking up.
Gary, just finish the question.
Sorry.
Who do you think is the funniest minister that your dad hung around with that we wouldn't know?
Do what now? I'm trying to hear you all, and I don't know why I can't hear you through my phone like I should. It's annoying.
No, I'm gonna text you some.
Yes. Yeah, Gary, text it.
Okay.
Text it.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you talking, I'm gonna text some of our.
You know what? Let me do this. I'm gonna switch over to my laptop and see if that makes a difference. Okay.
It probably will.
Yes. Okay.
Let's try it. Yeah. That's. I think that it's. Oh, hold on. I think that it's the same thing when people are trying to. I think the ancestry is what's linking everyone together.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But they all were born in the same hospital.
Queens.
Queens back to back.
And so 66, 67, she said 68. But ain't it crazy? We're waiting for her to come back on. Isn't it crazy where she was talking about that they didn't want to take her back down there? And I saw that Bolden said that it was a common thing in those days. It's like, how are you going to bring back somebody else? And that's another side of this adoption thing that we got to look at, that, the caring side.
Yeah.
To say, let me go ahead and give my child up. I'm glad that she was able to make the connection. You there?
Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Great.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right, good.
Right, so you started to look for. Hold your question for a second, G. So you started to look for them through Ancestry. Got to see them. Where did you meet them? Like, where did you go?
I went to Columbus, Georgia, and Phoenix City because that's where I met them last October.
That's what I saw. And pictures. You saw pictures. You saw pictures, of course, of your mother. Any resemblance? I don't remember seeing any pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, there was resemblance. Let me see. There is especially. Did you all happen to see the picture of my daughter? My daughter, my mother-in-law, and my birth mother. Did you all happen to see that one?
No. Is that on your Facebook page?
It is. It is on there.
Mm-hmm.
But that picture is. I did a comparison picture where I put them side by side, and it's a little bit. I mean, you can't deny. You cannot deny at all.
So can I ask you this? I'm sorry. Can I ask you this question?
Yeah.
Did you feel, because I know that your parents were already passed, but did you feel any guilt or anything finding them, or did you just okay?
I intentionally waited until they passed because I didn't know. I had no idea what I would find, and so I intentionally waited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they go to like an agency, or did they
have no idea?
Wow.
I have no idea. Maybe somebody out there knows, but I have no idea at all how they ended up with me. Maybe she knew somebody, because the mere fact that I didn't get my official birth certificate until 1988.
88. Pat, that's when we went to Oakwood.
Right. And I think she won Queen in 89, I think, right? Wasn't it?
That was in 89.
She won Queen in 89. I remember that. Has anything changed for you since that year? Since a year ago, since you've met them? Anything different?
Other than I have siblings. I mean, actual blood siblings and a whole gang of other cousins.
Right.
We don't see each other as often as we'd like to. And in fact, my brother and sister and I have yet to actually get together on our own and really just hang out.
Right.
But we're in touch. I mean, I stop whenever I can. I'll go over there, phone calls and all that kind of good stuff.
Wow. We know that your son is at Andrews, your daughter is at Oakwood. Have there been any discussions with them, and do they feel a sense of belonging? Has there been any impact with your children at all?
Oh, they love them. They met them and everything. I took them to meet them about this time last year. I took them to meet them early December last year, right before Christmas.
Wow. Wow, I think it's amazing. And but you know what's so funny about it is that, like, I follow you on Facebook, so sometimes you would see, when you found your family, right after that, you went right back to the legacy trail. Right back to the legacy trail. And I think that's one of the biggest parts of it. I know we're talking about adoption, but I think the legacy is what helps us to recognize what true Black Adventism was. I think you caught the last edge of it, or the back end of it, of what it was. And I know you say, "Oh, I was a little girl when so and so and so," because I remember Dudley. Okay, I'm 52. I'll be 52 next year, so 51, right? And you're talking about, these are men leaders that were leading conferences for over 20 years.
That's
Mhm.
right. That's right. I remember Dudley was almost 26 years as
He
conference
was
president.
quite a while. I don't remember how many years, but yeah, he was there for a very long time. I think he and Dad were the longest serving conference presidents because
That's
Dad
right.
was there 18 and a half years before
Wow.
he said, "Okay, I've given you all I can give you. So let me get out of here before
Now,
Before,
now,
things
now,
go downhill."
I understand that I know that we're shifting a little bit because one of the reasons why we're shifting is because being adopted into this legacy,
right.
you have not skipped a beat. You have not. Some people who are adopted would disown that legacy and say that's not mine, but you have embraced this legacy to the point where there are many people who look towards some of the things you remember, look towards some of these pictures, look towards, there's some pictures you'll put up there. And I looked at it one time. There was a picture that I looked at, which was upstairs of the motel, upstairs of the motel
Oh
at
yeah, workers meeting and
workers
irons.
meeting.
Yeah.
In the
Now
Irons
at
Motel.
Irons. Now I want to be clear. I remember having workers meeting at the Irons Motel back in
Mhm.
93, 94. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that's the picture. And one of the persons in that picture that you may not recognize he is the fourth person. That's Garland Millette.
Yeah.
And Garland Millette served as one of the presidents of Oakwood of Oakwood College.
Yep.
But it's
Absolutely.
the skating rink is named after him.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's why they call it the Mac Center, the
Mhm.
Millette something center.
Oh, I didn't
Right.
know that,
Right.
Gary. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
It's been changed since we've been there.
Now,
Yeah.
now, now, a lot of people don't know this, but what he brought to the table of Black Adventism is recognizing who Ellen White was as as a viable part of the Adventist church. So he's the one that taught the authenticity of Ellen G. White. You see where I'm coming from?
Okay.
And then Dudley took it over and
Mhm.
did extensive study. Remember, this time they weren't doing computers, These guys were doing breaking eyes at 60 and
Right.
70 years old,
Mhm.
and finding out that Ellen White was black, was
Mhm.
mulatto. You see where I'm
Yep.
coming from? So there was a lot to be talked about with these pictures that you bring up, and to constantly remind people that I am a part of that legacy. Brings us back to the Word of God, which says, "Now you are the sons and daughters of
Yeah.
me, who have brought
Right.
you in." And so
Right.
I just love the way there's no level of disown. There's no level of that's not mine. You've embraced that 100%, and I love you for that. Honestly.
Exactly. And I found that picture I was looking for where I took the kids
Yeah.
up. So let me see if you all can see it at all. Let me move out of the way of the light. Can you see when I took the kids to
Okay. So
meet
the
my brother?
lady in the red is
That's Shannon, my sister,
that
You better believe that's your sister.
Oh yes, it is your sister.
and that was my brother Larry.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother Larry with the
With the
beautiful
beard.
silver beard.
Okay.
He's a police officer in Tuskegee.
Wow.
Mercy.
And she also works for the corrections department there in Tuskegee.
Mm.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I have a question for you, if you don't mind again.
Mhm.
Wow.
You have to understand that when my father says, listen, the reason why, again, when we talk about the legacy of your dad, the legacy of your mother, the consummate first lady, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, one of my questions is, when you were growing up and you saw the movement of this guy, right? I'm sorry, of this man. You saw his movement, right? I'm sorry, man. For me, he's a legend, because when I came into the conference at 93, he was gone in 80 something. And
Yeah, 80. He retired in 85, and they left New York in 89.
okay, and when he left, Brooks, who was his long-standing treasurer,
Mhm.
Brooks was his treasurer for years.
Right.
And when he left, Newton came in.
Right.
And then when Newton left, Brooks became the president.
Mhm.
And from there, Brooks ran it like took it and ran it like old school. You see where I'm coming from?
Mhm.
Because remember, your dad he was the armed forces. Am I correct?
Yeah, he was in the Army. There you
Right.
go. Let me turn this off. Well, I'm not going to turn it off because y'all still need to see me. But there you go.
Right
Yes.
there. Leave it right there.
Yes.
Mom and Dad.
Yes.
I'm trying to get it straight. There you go.
Right.
Mom.
I think I
There
got
they
Okay.
a
are.
picture.
So your father is the one that brought to the table, I move you when I want to move you. I send you when I want to send you. He brought that
They-
military mindset of when I send you, you go.
Those
That's
days,
why you have the 70-something people that moved. It was his administration that did that.
those days,
Yeah.
there was no committee. There was no.
they had committees. But yeah, he, in how his organization, the conference, his organization. I mean, I don't care how small a space you have or how small a vehicle you have or whatever. If you need to pack it up, he would get it packed up.
Wow.
That is, I don't have that gift. I
Wow.
mean, but he, his closet, just he was just very organized in that way with everything, with his conference work,
Right.
at home. It was just
Now I want people to understand that if you were pastoring, I mean, if he was in for 18 years, they have to understand that you are not voted like now every 5 years. You are voted every 3 years. So that means he survived 6 constituents. 6. And remember, he got it because R.T. Hudson died
right in '67.
in 67.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm coming from? So R.T. Hudson was at a funeral, going to a funeral, and he died in the car.
Right.
So they had to find a new president. Just the same thing, Pat. Let me tell you, it's the same thing with Fordham.
Yeah.
The same thing that happened with Fordham.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that happened with R.T. Hudson.
But
And
but what I wanted to add to that was, how old was he
My dad,
when he became the president?
when he became the president, he was 49.
See, you see what I'm saying, guys? So, and Kibble was 42. All right. I know we're talking about adoption, so I want to swing back one way. Isn't it crazy that you were your family that were born in Queens, your sister and your
No, just my brothers, not Shannon.
your brother? Okay, so she wasn't, but your brothers were born in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
It's do they have any other family members in New York?
Mm-mm.
So
No.
everybody came when they came up earlier. I mean, came up, they just went right back, and that was it.
Pretty much after, I don't know when Mary went back south. After she, like I said, after she took Charles and Larry back down, because they were like 1 and 2 years old when she
Right.
took them back down, and then she went back to New York. I don't know how long she was in New York at that time.
Right.
But yeah, here is, this is an older picture. I mean, I just totally got away from it. These telephones are so sensitive, but I did a picture collage of, that is my birth mother, Mary, in the middle.
Oh.
And that's Larry that was at his wedding years ago. So he was heavier and didn't have the beard.
Yep.
That's Charles. My son is Charles's twin.
Wow.
And Charles was, see, there you go. Charles.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's your son. That's your son.
Yep. And of course, and there is Mary, my mother Mary.
Now who's under Charles? Who's under Charles?
Shannon. That's Shannon.
That's Shannon.
That's your twin sister right there.
That's Shannon. And of course, there's me over there. I just put us all together.
Wow.
Okay. I see the fit. I see the fit.
And the thing is, Charles was 6'8". Larry is 6'6". Mary was 5'10". I'm 5'11". Shannon is 5'9". So yeah. So
Somebody
now we know
saw.
where I got my height from.
Gotcha. Because I know this much, that have you ever looked at your mom and dad growing up and said,
Can't be.
Yeah. Have you ever said that to yourself?
Like how we treat Gary?
I feel like, people would, because I knew
because
the time I was kind of young, but it would crack me up. People would ask, "Well, you're so tall. Are your parents? No, they're not tall. Well, how are you so tall?" I'm like, "Oh, they're tall people in my
And
in the family. That's tall relatives."
So,
yeah,
so a lot of times people would say, "Man, you're adopted, but you look like so and so."
I was about to
Who
say this.
who
Go
would
ahead.
you
People do.
fake?
People think I look like dad.
That's
I'm like,
right.
That's
Right.
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 Absolutely.
so yeah,
It's amazing. If you put your face to both of them, you would still look at it and be like, that has to be, it has to be.
yeah.
That,
That's the thing. People would say that, and it was very it was just interesting to hear people, listening to people, and I just have to chuckle to myself because be like, "Well, thank you," you
Yeah.
know.
And rude people. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, do
so
we want to
so
talk about the
Clarissa, I know that you have an older brother. Am I correct?
Reginald?
Yes,
Reginald.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now he is biological to your
Right,
parents, right? Okay.
right.
Okay. Great. Great. Great.
Yeah, he was actually born when Dad was doing his little uh run for Hollywood before he went back to Oakwood to finish school.
What are you
Uh,
talking about? No, no, don't, you're not going to get away with that. What is that? What are you talking about?
Well, when Dad got out of the military, he didn't go back to Oakwood. He went to California, and good friends were there. Remember Elder Pascal, Lee Pascal?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
He and
That used
Mom
to
were,
sing.
he and Mom were in high school together in Oklahoma. So he was out there. Mom was their daddy was going to be a voice actor. So he got a job at the post office, and he was going to be a voice actor.
Wow.
And Mom was like, kept trying to convince him to go back to school and finish school and what have you. And he was like, I'm not going. I'm going to, be a voice actor. And she and Elder Pascal got together and kept working on Dad's nerves. He's like, fine. Well, if you can sell everything in this house, then I'll go back to Oakwood.
Uh-oh. They
He
sold
didn't
everything.
know he didn't know at the time how Mom operates. Every last thing gone in 2 days.
Stop it.
Wow.
Wow. That's
So,
illegal.
So Lee Pascal
mhm.
and your father were tight friends like that?
Yeah, well, Mom, because he was in high school. He and Mom were high school classmates, and then
Which high school, may I ask?
in Muskogee, Oklahoma, is a public high school.
Oh, public. Okay.
Public. Okay.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
So,
I'm
yeah.
wondering if it's the same Brian Pascal.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know I've heard of Lee Pascal and
Oh yeah.
that crew, but I don't
Right.
know if it's the same at all. Were you able, some of the things that we talked about last, and I know that we're coming up to Sabbath, so I know that some of those who came on before were talking about medical records. I don't know. I think you were on through some of that. Did it help in the year of meeting your family where there were certain things that you said to yourself, oh, now no wonder why that happens, or no wonder why, except for your height? Any other thing that you had or that you saw from them that you can attribute to who you are now?
Medically, I know what my birth mother died from, so that's just something for me to keep an eye on. She had
Right.
cancer.
Uh,
But other than that, that's about it. One thing though, everyone tells me that I move like her, I carry myself like her. We have the
Wow.
same mannerisms.
wow.
Yeah.
And the tones. I know we joke around this all the time, but when I see the picture of you and her, your skin tone is
That's the biggest giveaway of that whole
Spot on.
of her family.
Oh, here go Pat. Dead giveaway.
dead giveaway. Yep. Spot on. Listen, we're coming down to the end. I'm gonna ask you this, Crystal.
Mhm.
What is there? I know you say you don't visit as much, but you'd like to visit as much. Is there anything that you can? First of all, do you advocate for people to do DNA testing? Just one.
I really think it is a good idea to do DNA tests because there are many things you can learn from DNA testing. If you don't know who all your people, want to know where you came from, um,
especially for me, part of the motivating factor was I wanted to know health risk and what have you, because
Yes, yes.
not having any idea um, whether or not I was susceptible to certain things, but now I know, so I can be mindful,
Right.
you know. Um,
Right.
but I think it's great. I mean, I had a great experience, and um, Kermit Carter's wife, she had a great experience. If you all
That's
follow
right.
her story,
That's
now
right.
all of
Right.
her siblings,
She came, guys. She came through Bethel.
Yes.
yeah,
You get
Yeah.
because she was adopted by um, Robert and Rose Carter.
Gary.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Patrick, do you know who Robert Carter is?
Yes.
He married mom and dad. I think they
Yes.
married.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the pastor
That's
at?
right.
He was a pastor at Bethel, wasn't he?
I don't remember,
I
but I
know
mean,
that she came through
yes,
Bethel.
he was in
Yeah,
Northeastern. And
she came through Bethel.
Let me be clear. Robert Carter was a boxer, right? He was a boxer, and
Was it Rob-
I
I
think he
don't.
back
All I
I'll
know
look
is
it up.
that she came through
Bethel.
Bethel Church. I know that for a
Mhm.
fact that she came through Bethel Church, and Elder
Mhm.
Earl was a Ephesus and Bethelite at heart. Either way, I mean that's all his friends were there. I know. I mean, I can remember him coming through there, but and I have to follow her story. I never followed her story at all. But you
Right.
should have known because they don't even look they don't really look alike. She almost looks Puerto Rican or
She is.
oh,
I
is
think-
she?
She
I
is
think
And
Puerto
what's
Rican.
funny is she was
Yeah.
raised like only a few blocks from where her siblings were.
What? Yeah, it's on. She was raised on Ivy's block.
That's what I know. She was
Oh,
down in Bed-Stuy.
Right. She was on Cambridge Place.
She
Cambridge.
lived. She was on Cambridge Place.
Here's that picture I was telling you about. Um, my daughter in the
Yeah.
middle, and
Wait.
I know I'm trying
There
to
we
get
go.
it over.
Right.
Here we come.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go. This is my birth mother over here, Mary,
Mhm.
on this side, and that's my mother-in-law over here on this side.
Incredible.
Yeah, your
You
daughter
see that
was just like
resemblance?
that.
Yeah,
Incredible.
So
Incredible.
that's your husband's mother and your mother.
right.
Incredible.
One of the things that Daddy said about Elder Earl when Daddy got there in '66. My father got there in '66, and he said that the man can remember everybody's name,
And he did.
everyone.
That's true pastoring, by the way.
Okay, that's
What's that one?
Charles
This is her and her son.
and your son.
Hmm.
Oh, 1 second. Let me get it up. There we go. Oh, that's crazy. Look at that. Gary, can you see that?
Yep. Yep.
Twins.
Yep.
Mercy.
Twins, yeah. So, but yeah. So yeah, Daddy remembered everybody, and even if he had to sit and think about it, he would he would sit there and he could tell he was thinking, and then he would come up with some obscure story or recollection from the past, and people would be like, oh my goodness, how did you remember that? That was such and such so many years ago. So nothing was wrong with his mind.
That's what I was going to say. We need to meet. You need to come back maybe in February because I don't think our average listener understands Adventism past maybe the late 90s.
Mm.
Well, that's the backbone of our show. We always tell people we talk about the Black and Brown Adventism bubble.
Yep.
And we keep that alive. A lot of people tune into this show for that.
The history part.
Now, remember, Gary, that's what it was, Pat. Robert Carter was associate pastor at
Bethel.
at Ephesus. At his pictures at Ephesus as associate with Phil Wesley and all of that.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I was too little back then, so
Yeah, but you need to keep it alive. I want to make sure we bring you back because I want people to understand, and that's why the mixture is there. I know we're friends and all of that, but guys, I remember seeing him. By the way, and I could tell this story for him, and I don't know how we mixed your father's stuff with adoption, but because he's such a legacy in Adventism. I remember going to Pelk, seeing him, and he used to drive a van, guys, like 100 miles per hour.
yes. And he would ask me if I wanted to ride with them to church, and I'd be like, "No, I'm fine. I'll meet you there." So anyway, carry on. Sorry.
And no. And he used to have a wheelchair. He'll run you over with it. There's no doubt about it. He'll run you over with a wheelchair. I stopped him outside of Oakwood. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" He looked at me. "Hey, Graham." So I was like, "Oh, he know me like that?" He was like, "Yeah." He said, "Your father called his name, Winston Perry Gary, called Carl Forrest. He called all of those elders' names from Bethel." He said, "Yeah, they were the trouble starters at Bethel." I was like, "What?"
See?
And he called them by name, each one of them by name.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it.
And
Because
Pat,
you go ahead.
no, please go ahead, please.
I was gonna say what I don't know if people remember this, but I certainly do because as a youngster, after Daddy's bless his heart long sermons, I would be ready to go. But he would be in church he took his time and talked to every single person.
That's Patrick and Paul.
He would talk to them. He would, even the little kids, the old people, the senior citizens, everybody. I mean, the janitors, wherever they were, whoever, he would always take the time to talk to them and get to know them.
True
And
pastor.
and he would remember. He would
True
remember years later. He would remember, and I think that is such a blessing too. And I hope people will, realize how special that was.
And not to bring it up in a bad way or anything of that nature. Of course, I followed them all the time, knowing where they live and etc. They passed away days from each other, or one day. Is it one day
46 hours.
Wow.
away from each other?
Mhm.
She went first, and then he followed, and he was in his right mind. Am I right? He was in his right mind.
Oh yeah, he was in his right mind. Daddy was just, we always thought he would go first because he was sleeping all the time and
Right.
not wanting to eat or anything.
Mhm.
But when I thought about it and how Daddy was, he was waiting. He was not going to leave Mom by herself.
Yeah. These are the old heads that came in gracefully and went out gracefully.
Pat, what is that movie called? If I'm a bird, you're a bird. If I'm a bird, you're a bird.
Oh my
No,
god.
The Notebook.
The Notebook, a great
Yeah, people
story.
keep telling me I need to watch that. I'm
Oh,
not
you
watching
need
it.
to watch it.
I haven't seen it either.
I'm not watching it, but
I haven't seen it either, Krista.
They go to
There you
man.
go.
Hold it up
Maybe
real quick.
maybe we need to watch it together.
That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him.
yeah, I used to watch
let me
that
share
movie.
this with you. If
Hold on,
they died,
I heard you, Gary. Don't think you got away with that. I
Would
heard
you-
you just now. I heard
yeah, Gary, you're ruthless.
I heard you just now say I maybe we should watch it together. Can you
Amongst family and friends and amongst our audience, and we could review the Notebook together.
Yeah, just think of how big her husband is. That brother is so big he can't fit in the frame. Keep playing with him.
Yeah,
And his hand is big too.
that's right. Gary, someone said the Notebook is required for all snackers. Honestly, though, it's a good movie. It's a real good movie. And
I heard it was a good movie. And one more thing.
And you will resonate. You will resonate with the movie with your
which is
parents.
probably why she don't want to watch it. But,
Exactly, because
that's
everybody
right.
keeps telling me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to. They say you just need to write about your. Oh, okay, I'll write about them. I'll write about it.
All right,
But
right.
one thing that I really think is just it's awesome. I'm awestruck by it. Is Daddy went to Oakwood in 1936. He was 18, going into the academy. He met Dr. Rogers then, and a lot of other people. And he graduated in 1948. So there's that whole span. And Elder Kelly will tell you that, he would listen to Dad singing to learn how to sing.
I told you he
baritone.
could sing. He could sing.
Yeah, you've seen pictures of all his groups and everything. In fact, when we went to Fiji that weekend, we were in Hawaii. He did a solo in church in Hawaii. I wish we had the technology we have today, because I certainly would have recorded that. But friendships, the value of these friendships through the ages is just, we can only all hope to be so blessed to have friendships like that just endure. Because when Elder Bradford visited Dad that Sabbath right before he passed, and I took that picture, you probably
I saw it.
seen.
They were all hanging out. I saw it.
He was like, Dad was in the bed, Elder Bradford was there. He got Dad to laugh, which was really nice, but emphasizing being friends for 75 years. I'm like, that is just crazy. You know, friends for that long and longer. Because look, like I said, like Dr. Rogers, that was 1936.
Right.
And with Elder Bradford, that was like from 1941 or 40 something in the 40s. So a few years later. But
and one of the things I know about them is that they drove a lot to where they were going.
That's right.
And when Dad retired, he quit flying. He said, "I'm not flying no more."
They just drove. They drove to each other's house on the way down to here, on the way down there.
Stop
They were always
visiting.
visiting each other.
Yeah.
And you're right about that. That's I don't want to say it's missing. There's a camaraderie that you need in ministry in order to stay alive.
Absolutely.
Remember, these are me, Dr. Jules, and Buddy's friend. That's the camaraderie.
Is that it?
Because I tell you, we would visit, like, when we would come down here, we would stay with the Locketts. I don't know if y'all remember Elder Lockett.
Yes, yep.
You know, her nephew, Sister Lockett's nephew, is Samuel Dade. So you see the resemblance, you see it all in the face. But we would stay here in Altamont Springs at their house when we would come down here.
Right.
Some parts of Virginia, I don't know if you remember Elder Brumel, but we would go visit and stay with them, and just, you know, different all over the country, staying with different old friends, old pastoral associates, you know. So it was interesting for me as the youngest, the absolute youngest by decades.
Be in there. Listen, let me just tell you this, Chris. Thanks for stopping in with us. But this is where it all comes around.
Oh, by the way, I have my snack.
Wheat
a hint of salt wheat thins.
All right.
I wanted to bring my wheat thins too. That's my Friday night by the fire. That and Lorna Doones. But here's the magic question here. The question goes: who's your favorite Graham?
That's easy. Brother Lloyd.
She been watching the show.
Yeah, she watched the show, man. She saw the show.
All the Grahams are my favorite Grahams.
I know Dad's at home.
The Graham crackers.
Daddy's home like this.
She was ready for us.
Yeah, she was ready for that.
We all like Daniel in the lines and with the other line, but our tongue out like,
Everybody was waiting. Christian, thanks for hanging out with us for a little while. You know, you got to come back because even though we talked a little bit about adoption and the family, there's so much more in Black Adventism that we could bring together. Gary and Paul, we got to prepare for February with that.
There's a lot. I mean, you know, I've come across there's somewhere around here, but you know, just agendas and meeting notes for when they were fighting for Black unions and all that stuff. I've got them. A lot of stuff I couldn't keep, but I did keep some important things that I felt were important. So.
Yeah, that's good. Listen, thanks a lot for hanging with us. We'll talk
thanks again. For having me.
And you know, we still didn't talk about. I know with Sunset now, we still didn't talk about your modeling. We still didn't talk about your health, the health stuff that you do with weight loss and all of that. You need to come back. That's the bottom line.
You're stinking inspiring.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's true.
And
influencer.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
All right,
talk to you later.
Bye.
Oh man, it was awesome having her on board.
Always. I love watching her stuff, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes she just post something that make me. I just feel like,
yeah. Listen up. We're coming down to it, and we know that, you know. And I'll tell you this, guys. It's hard to talk to her about one thing with the wealth of knowledge that she has. It's very difficult. And guys, we'll have to bring her back. And all the snackers that's on right now, we want you all to know that it is sunset here where we are. But I wanted to say that we've lost a friend. Monday?
I
still can't believe it sometimes. It's just it's just amazing how many people we're losing. Now, he did not pass of COVID, but he still passed. And Bethel Church that we were just talking about,
we lost a giant.
And then truly literally was a giant. Natalie was telling me how she remember him holding Jordan as a baby and being so tall. Yeah.
Wow.
Holding as a baby, but it's I just don't know.
It's hurtful. I mean, it's really hurtful because, you know, he writes the book on nice.
Yep.
I was talking to somebody about him yesterday, and they said that What they know about him is that he's a loyal friend.
And he is.
Loyal friend.
And he is.
And you know, so
But Gary, like, there's like two people in Bethel that everybody loves. Some people are in gray areas and crews and what have you, but Gary ranks up there with John Hudson.
That's right.
oh, absolutely.
That's right, Gary. You
So,
sure
so when you talk about, you know, we grew up at Bethel and we know everybody, but like our friendships kind of splinters. But it's like, you know, like Pat, you was friends with Keith.
Yep.
And I was friends with Kevin.
Right.
And so forth and so on. And you intertwine, and the Jollies are my god brothers, and
Right.
you know, you go whatever. But when you talk about two individuals at church, Gardner was up there.
That's right.
Way up there.
Yep.
I think the king of Bethel is really John Hudson A and Gary B.
Gary Gardner. Gary Gardner.
B. And
I
so
mean,
and
soft
so
voice, soft. I mean, just amazing, just amazing. Gary,
you know, so when,
chocolate skin,
James
chocolate
said John
skin.
Hudson. And by the way, everybody, James, we all went to the same church. He said, "Did you say John B? I can't stand that guy."
yeah, but John had the top half.
Yeah.
Of us, because John grew but Gary was the back end.
That's right.
So like Ann and Kara
Your age
and
group.
you know, Monique Priest and all of them. He took care of all those younger girls in the crew.
Right.
And he grew. Then you know he married a daughter of Bethel too.
Right. He married a daughter of Bethel. That's right.
Married a daughter of Bethel too. And then so while we all were gone, those two guys kind of like, you know, had held it down where it was. So.
Yo, listen, I just remember that he's a hugger.
Yeah.
And he's a big teddy bear and he's a hugger.
I mean,
and,
he's still 6'6".
He's 6'6", right?
6'6".
Well, Gary was 6'6". So I played basketball.
How tall is Andre?
Andre 6'3", and Don is between
Andre and
6'4".
right.
So it was Gary 6'6", Don 6'4". I give him half 6'4". Then you had Andre was 6'3", and I stood at 6. And then we would have Don play the top with Jason, where Jason didn't hit 6 feet.
Right.
Gary would hit the middle, and Andre would hit the wing, and I
Right.
would there. So we were big
Yeah.
on the basketball court.
On the
And Gary
court.
Gary was not only tall, he was big. So you know when you see a man like that pass away, that's like a man's man.
Listen, Marcina said it. We looked up to Gary in more ways than one.
It's true.
And I know Daphne is asking, a lot of people probably asking about who he is, but Gary Gardner is one of those who we went to church with, grew up together with, and we lost him this week. And he said Gary with Jeffrey coaching. And
That's
we just wanted to, on the way out, especially after Sabbath. Well, let me just do this before we go. So because I'd like to end off with that with a better day, if that's okay. This weekend, what are we doing this weekend, and so that we could end off with a tribute with Gary? What is
You don't like my answer?
what are you doing?
Nothing.
Awesome. I love that.
Mental health manna with Quinn.
Not Quinn.
Quine.
Wine.
It'll be at 7 in the morning.
Mhm.
And then looking forward to Thanksgiving this weekend.
Yeah, that's good. I do. I mean, I'll be at RPC tomorrow, blessing a baby at RPC,
Really?
dedicating the
Look at
baby.
the twist of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What baby?
I don't know if you know him. Is Caesar? I married them almost a year or so ago. Actually, that was my wedding in the pandemic, and they have a child, and so I'll be there, and then I'm leaving over there, going over to Mitchellville for Pathfinder Day.
So you're going to the place?
Yes,
It's
I
beautiful.
signed up already. I'm good. I'm signed up already. I'm good. So that's what the weekend is going to be like, and everybody just letting you know that Graham Snacks is on the bottom for
Right.
Wait a second. Before you go, I'd like to read a tribute from someone. And this tribute says, it says, "Good morning. I just wanted to express my condolences. Gary was such a warm, kind, and wonderful person. The news of his passing really hurts. The guys at Bethel hold such a special place in my memories as a youth. Concerts, basketball games, track and field events. James Peterson was my first boyfriend.
Is that what she?
Yes, LOL.
Uh,
My god sister dated Sam. In my head, I see John and the Pemberton brothers. Brother Pemberton was such a force himself. You all were such a close-knit crew. We used to get abused because we are from Staten Island, but it was all jokes and great times.
Yeah, man.
Gary's endearing spirit and magnetic smile will surely be missed.
Yeah.
Praying the strength and comfort of his wife, family, and all of you. We lost a loved one. We definitely lost a loved one.
Yeah, definitely. So just letting everybody know, just to support us. You see Graham Stacks on the bottom. I know that some people, it's hard. We don't like asking, but I'm just asking for everyone, if you can. It's just $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. Keep our show rolling. And also,
Is that your dog barking, Pat?
I think so. Yeah, and I thought it was yours. So we just want everybody to know you have a blessed Sabbath. It's already 5:10. Share this with someone. Gary, I'll see you at Manna tomorrow morning.
Yo, so somebody hit me, man. Hit me with that joint. I'm gonna get up too.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's only a half an hour talking about it. It's all good from there. So everybody, thanks for hanging with us, and we're gonna leave out with a better day. Even as it's going out, share it with someone.
Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't even mention his wife is Antoinette Gardner.
Yeah.
If you just want to give a special prayer out for her, his sister, his sisters, both of his sisters, his dad, just lost a loved one.
That's right.
So we just lost a loved one. So Pat, bring us out, bro.
All right, everybody, we're gonna end on this. So even at the end, share it with somebody that you love. A better day. It's coming. Peace, everyone.